Previously, in the Laythe Wars, Kerbal UN officials seized a supposedly normal shipment. They found it to contain much more. It was heading for the North Pole of Laythe, the territory of the Kerbal Socialist Republic. The KUN activated its Laythe Defense Force and launched 3 F-4E Phantom IIs provided by the United States of Kerbin toward a KSR base on Laythe. With KSR standing by to take revenge on the USK, the mighty Admiral Kermistov carrier sits fully loaded off the shore of Northrop Island. The USK knows it's there, but there isn't much they can do. Given the distance between Laythe and Kerbin, the USK has been waiting on new aircraft and weapons to arrive for months. The North Polar region of Laythe is completely controlled by the Kerbal Socialist Republic. Their biggest export is, of course, oil. Today we visit the Sector A4 oil fields, deep in KSR territory. This pumping station's operations are ran by none other than Jebovich Kerbin, who agreed to be interviewed regarding recent events. The Cornelia was a KSR cargo ship, bound for the South Seas of Laythe, transporting massive amounts of cargo, some of which very classified. On its last voyage, it suffered an engine failure while passing near waters prone to pirate attacks. It was quickly swept by Kermanian planes, dropping pirates on board. Once on board, they gathered the crew and took the ship. Though one of many attacks since, this marked the rise of the Kermanian pirates of Kermalia. But it seems pirates may not be the biggest problem for Jebovich Kerbin. The United States of Kerbin have been planning an attack very close to home. Just to the south lies the Sector A4 refinery, fed through a massive pipeline leading straight back to the same pumping station we just visited. The refinery is defended only by a repurposed airfield that once launched massive space planes to orbit loaded with oil. Now it's home to a small squadron of KIG-21s. Today it's the sole target of the USK's Laythe fleet.
That's your deer. That's not joke, so I should know we're deer. That is over. That's not joke, we're out now. So I just know that's it is out now, so let's get careful, I know we're deer. Yeah, these nerves get sneezed, these circling around, and know we're deer. Oh man, we need to be scared to go to shelf, but you're in the you stuff, but they know we're not uptight. I should know it's fully, and that's not the joke, so I should know it's fully. Somebody inside you, very nice taker. Oh good, I'll put you in the there he is.
You may recognize this small peninsula from the last episode. Within Kerbin's Arctic Circle lies a peninsula, which due to a ceasefire that helped end the Great War, remains part of the Yogurt Federation's overseas territories. After the battle, the area was devastated, but the United Yogurt Nation, formerly known as the Yogurt Federation, was able to quickly rebuild, improving defenses and expanding their military presence on the peninsula. But will it be enough to face off against the might of the Independent Design Bureau? Since the UIN attack in the last episode, the IDB has been planning an all-out invasion of the peninsula from all fronts to reclaim its ancient status as IDB territory before the Great War nearly 100 years ago. Unfortunately for the UIN, today, the invasion begins.
I will show both all Peter, Peter, show, both names, should all be up. So we can say this now for SOS.
Norwich Island sits just off the coast of the United Virgin Republic's mainland, out in the expanse of the diverted sea. In the last episode, an unknown party snuck through security and attacked the capital city here on Norwich, leveling it. Today, the governor of Norwich Island is speaking at a memorial near Ground Zero of the attack.
Wij weten nog wel. Als je het met de zwaarders net, je hebt nog zoals je het geld erbij. Je mag gaan snijden en scherps en met een rust. Wat er in de business en shop in de baan en daar bij. Er nou is het toch geld erbij. Hier vanuit zo aan het hal wat durft vanuit zo aan het vier vanuit zo aan het erop. Oh, voor wou zit maar je zaken. Say. Is de leier mag je spelen of wou zit. Zo. En er wordt naar je helpt verder. Oh, en dan ben je hier precies lucht zo doen heb. Is de nieuwe nummers beginnen met af met dat. Het skal van de vorige man bereid belazen. Zelf precies aan dat. Fisher was on this, Flav was on this, I say this again, never near end. Sock with the nass at skin, skeleton. Miller bar was right at the reef set scouts and us in the head in the lead. Nach je was looking like the sniff past at the reef south in the east. All first game knows are what that's a wee bit of ever in the room it was either fate. Snisser veil skirt. Stafford has got that rotten shit elected. There's parts of the castle at the rail. Sister strangulate you naked numbers tea it off your boy gazoo. Sound at sea you evolve and schnitzel and enough somebody. Ran by the road where the takes its fair. It happened at my fourth club, Val.
Back in the UDR heartland, a training flight is about to take place. This plane, known as the Hellraiser, is designed for high-altitude training and is able to perform zoom climbs to the edge of space. Though routine by now, these flights are unpredictable and can be very dangerous.
Both dead. Listen in. Don't catch not on your map. Stop. overrijden. Ja, voerder. At least in our country. I still heel erg wat mijn sheriff zegt.
Not that far away in the nation of Isderka, a missile test is go for launch. A test that marks the first of its kind on Kerbin since the ending of the Great War over 70 years ago. Isderka-owned atoll in the middle of Cursus Ocean, far away from any land, but nonetheless on the other side of Kerbin from where it was launched. Once again, we go back inland, this time to the border of Isderka and the KSR.
KSP never thought I know his belief. American no, you're not. Você lembra não?
The Kerbal Swept Republic has been on a recent mission of gaining any and all intel from the United Diversion Republic's large southern exclave, which sits along the Ogertian Isthmus and borders the Kerbal Swept Republic, or TKSR, to the south. This region has historically been an area of great conflict, changing hands several times. More recently, however, the Kerbal Swept Republic has launched a Recon drone across the UDR border. It was shot down by a UDR fighter, causing some intense tension between the two nations. Today, the Kerbal Swept Republic intends to do recon yet again, but this time with a slew of much more capable, high-altitude reconnaissance drones, or HARD. 3 of these drones are set to launch here at Camp 009 on the west coast of the country. Two more are set to launch from Fort Apex on the east coast. All 5 will take off simultaneously and spread out on different paths, surveying the UDR and USW at hypersonic speeds before they all dive into terrain at max speed. Deep in the heartland of the Cinnamon Federation lies Crutch Harbor. Crutch Harbor is a hotspot for the Cinnamon Federation's second largest export, just behind trucks, King Isopods. Isopod fishing is an extremely dangerous but lucrative industry, one that Captain Kig Kansen is no stranger to. From a long line of King Isopod fishermen in the Kansen family, Kig is the captain of one of the Cinnamon Federation's most famous vessels, the Southeastern. But due to off-season repairs and maintenance, along with a slew of inspections from the local CF Coast Guard, Captain Kig is running more than a bit late this year, something which could land him right in the center of some of the most truly terrifying weather the Isopod fishing grounds have ever seen. But with millions of dollars and his reputation both on the line, Captain Kig is excited just to be starting the season.
No, it's not a one night alliance and season. Perfectly taken. It's not, yes, I don't know, I agree and see they handle. Don't shift out of that. dat was neer heel bekend. Deze wil maar niet even alleen op. Dat was bij de zaken. Het zat ik snikker. En die loopt maar aan. En er nog veel snikker in zit. En we zitten bij business. En dan gaan we eruit. Zeg ik. Op met de brazon. Nee. Ik dient te oor zijn. Nee. Het virus is dan nog maar schesting in. Voor mij naast de wal. Ik zijn niet echt bezig. Wat is er aan? Doe maar. Ik wil vanaf nu wel los. Dat ben ik. Nou, vertel ik dus ook. Ach, nou best een virus. Ik heb het wel. Doe wel. Hé, die is gewijder in de hoofd. Wat is er? Wat is er aan? Doe maar. Dus dat is ja dan nou. Stop, kamp, zeel, doe wel. Zet ziet. Dan heb ik wat kaal. Hoe is het hier? Wat zal je? Nou. Het lukt dus. Hier in de hoofdzaken nog net. Hé, die is gewijder in de hoofd. Wat is er? Gewijder in de hoofd. Ik is nu wel. Ik is nou. De operators in en is niet zien wat het gaat. Het gaat scannen. Waar voor mijn buik.
While the Southeastern races to the fishing grounds, crew member and greenhorn Mark Kerman gives us a rare first-person view inside the ship.
There's the curtain like you're reading. Niet wat dat is. Nou, wel interesting. Ja, je verdedigt nog whatever stuff for no spring. Ja, je verdedigt nog sailing. Ja, maar dat is niet wie ik heb. Ja, je dat weer waar genoeg. We're not off no free. Nee. Stop, get sorry with this. Hello, buis de prop. I'm a skip. What, nee, ik zie naar voor je af. Wat doe ik? Dat is naar. Maar ik moet daar. Ik zit al. Deze nooit, je zegt, oh, bring it up. Nee, dat is jullie. But we should read them. Understanding all you know, and then it's our fucking course, you're passing it.
Greenhorn Mark has been pulling his weight on deck so far, but his first night on the Southeastern is sizing up to be a busy and stormy one. Unfortunately for the Southeastern and its crew, it seems they just aren't on the isopods.
Ja, daar heb je het ziek in. Dus kijk naar de eerste zaak. Hoe is het nu zo wel eens? Ja, daar heb zij gewoon net ziek bij hen. Nou, niet naar de rok, nee hoor. Je moet aan het plakje schuitje, dat is wel op. Nee. Oh, shit, man. I probably master it. I was actually nurses. If I can, there's
In the heart of the raging storm, things take an unexpected turn, for the worse. Inexperienced greenhorn Mark Kerman has been thrown into the roaring waves, something few men survive.
So, please don't forget. You're a champion, you'll know it sometime. No, not Just here goes to know about that. It goes to, so I know about that. Don't know about that. Play it again, so I... Here's that bike, is ice. After gets to the boat, it goes to the nose, goes to the backside.
For the first time in the series, we head to the Grand Democratic Republic of Kerbin, better known as the GDRK. The GDRK is made up of a massive string of islands isolated in the southwest of Cursus Ocean. The northmost island in the chain is known as Elysia, and it's home to a bustling air and seaport. Today, a cargo ship is leaving port, loaded with disassembled civilian aircraft and parts, a major export for the GDRK. Meanwhile, at the local airport, it's business as usual. Dozens of aircraft from around the GDRK are flying in and out of the airport, showcasing some of the nation's most innovative planes. In the distance, approaching in stolen Isopod boats, it's the Kermanian pirates of Kermalia, and they're here to take the cargo ship, dead or alive. The remaining KPK ship flees to the northeast, loaded with hostages from the cargo vessel, making them almost invulnerable to attack. Hostages that the pirates will surely use to their advantage in the near future. The GDRK's next move will have to be a careful one. In the last episode, we were introduced to an area of the KSR known as the Droplet, an area of land extending down past what would be Milk Federation's borders. The Milk Federation has been in a low-grade conflict with the KSR over this area for some time. Today, a Milkian XV-47 Hunter and two AVF-84 Spectres are launching from a newly constructed base near the border. This foolhardy mission into enemy territory is something that would make even the best pilots queasy. But the only thing on these Milk Federation pilots' minds right now are their rather interesting tastes in music. Duna, an inhospitable land of dust storms and barren wastes, but it isn't quite as empty as you might expect. Containing large amounts of precious metals and ores, one company based in the Kerbolar Republic back on Kerbin has made it their goal to exploit the resources, here a little closer to home. With at most only a few months of travel time needed, many more resources can be shipped back to Kerbin regularly, from sites just like this one. Here they mine the ore, refine it, and ship it out to the local launch site, all mostly unbothered by the war raging on across the rest of the Kerbolar System. The name of this company is, quite fittingly, DunaDirt, the largest supplier of precious minerals in the system. And today, we're coming along for the ride.
And all about and out. Guys, not slash no we're off. This one needs the underneath the control of the ship slash no we're off. Guys, not slash no we're off. So could take no mountain outside. Why not go eat yourself?
Once at Kerbin, the ship is long overdue for a crew change and restock of supplies for its return trip. All of this is handled by a joint spaceport that sits just off the coast of the Kerbolar Republic. The island that the spaceport sits on is technically an overseas territory of the United Republic. However, the UDR and the Kerbolar Republic work closely to make this spaceport a home for anyone going to and from orbit. The island itself is connected directly to the mainland by the largest bridge on Kerbin. Spanning more than 20 kilometers, the bridge is perfect for cheap and quick shipment back to the Kerbolar mainland. But as I said, the joint UDR-Kerbolar spaceport serves many more than just DunaDirt. And right on time, there's about to be a launch from one of the spaceport's conventional launch pads. This launch is one of a series of missions whose goal is to make a large orbital station around the Mun. The project was originally started by the UDR before the war broke out, but the project fell into uncertainty when many of the original backing countries dropped out of the deal. But recently, the United States of Kerbin has lended a hand with the project, and together with the UDR, they have formed the Mun Syndicate, in hopes of expanding both countries' presence on the Mun. Mounted atop a mighty D-1 launch vehicle, this not only marks the beginning of what some are calling Diver Station, but also the beginning of a powerful alliance between the UDR and USK. Returning to Laythe's North Polar region, we travel just over a year into the past, around the same time that the very first battles of the war started. Back then, the United Socialist Wingmen, or USW, and the United Yogurt Nation, or UIN, both operated research bases within KSR territory on Laythe, as part of a collaborative project focused on studying the North Pole and Laythe's rich ecological history. But following the attack on Northrop Island in Episode 0, the KSR began a systematic dismantling of research bases across the region. Fueled by concerns of spying and espionage, as well as the newly adopted isolationist policy. They arrested and deported the researchers, took the bases, and some sources even state that they targeted critical electrical systems around the bases in an effort to drive the researchers out of their territory. Most of these events happened here close to the USW mainland in Sector A3, and involving scientists from both the UIN and the USW. In response to escalating tensions, the UIN and the USW initiated a patrol intended as a demonstration of strength along the Sector A3 coastline. However, the patrol encountered no fewer than 5 KIG-21 interceptors, resulting in a massive aerial battle over the coastline. After 2 UIN planes were down in the conflict, the USW and the UIN took this as a clear sign of the KSR's extreme hostility and lack of de-escalation. In response, the USW, in collaboration with the UIN, devised Operation the Dastardly. This mission aims to avenge their fallen comrades, reclaim the nearest territory to the USW, and occupy the land where the attacked research bases once stood. The plan involves UIN and USW aircraft rendezvousing in a remote airbase. The airbase is situated high on a mountain in the northernmost tip of the USW mainland. This particular airbase, however, presents one of the most daunting approaches on Laythe, coupled with an exceptionally compact runway. This presents quite the challenge for the pilots flying in tonight. With all aircraft ready to take off, Phase 1 of the Dastardly is about to be underway. In this initial phase, a USW Recon aircraft will do a sortie over the target HQ. This part of the mission aims to swiftly gather essential information about the base and its surroundings, all without raising alarm. But due to unpredictable weather, this will prove to be quite the challenge. The Sector A3 Logistics Headquarters, the target of today's mission, is a versatile and heavily fortified KSR base. It's protected by the KSR's most advanced and rapidly responding VTOL interceptors. At the base's heart lies a fully equipped launch pad and vehicle assembly building, capable of launching traditional rockets to orbit and even armed missiles when the need arises. The base houses a substantial arsenal, including a massive stockpile of weapons and supplies that were for a time considered relatively safe from the KSR's adversaries. Surprisingly, the base's defenses are notably lacking. After a dangerous, high-speed emergency landing at the Recon aircraft, the USW managed to acquire all the crucial information required to proceed with Phase 2. This phase of the operation aims to take out the known air defenses near the warehouse and ammo depot with extreme prejudice. The first aircraft to take off is a massive UIN-160, going by the call sign Cetus-1, followed closely by two UIN-80 black tips, going by the call signs Squall 1 and 2. These will be serving as escort. The cargo plane itself is loaded with 2 MOABs. Though this may seem like overkill, this message to the KSR is meant to be clear and unmistakable.
Reason to snow, Louis, neither devil, and always the weak life.
With the base all but leveled, the USW along with the UIN now have a foothold in KSR territory. What they choose to do with this foothold may very well change the course of the Laythe Wars as a whole. But before the operation is complete, there's one last thing the USW intends to do. With the local airspace fully secured, they can now launch the final phase of the Dastardly. A Recon drone sent deep into KSR territory in hopes to reveal what they have hidden beneath those clouds. Hey, I'm Spoony Chat, and after 5 months since the last episode, it's needless to say that this video took a while. For many, many weeks, this has been the only thing that I've worked on in one way or another, believe it or not, but I just really wanted to go all in and make the most action-packed, longest cinematic KSP video to ever exist. I may have not made it the longest on only actual record on that, but I believe we've really accomplished something. And it was at the cost of a 3-month to 4-month break in my upload schedule, and further delaying the channel monetization, but in the end, I think it was worth it just to watch the plans and designs of so many people coming together in such a large-scale project. It just feels like we've done something completely unique among KSP content, and that's thanks to the band of nations on the Discord that has helped me conceive this project to begin with. They helped me come up with this whole thing way back, like 6 months ago. To then build the crafts, make the nations, manage the members, plan the missions, because they do all the planning for the missions, and pretty much everything individually they have done on their own, and then I just collect it, record it, and put everything together and manage the whole project as a whole. It's a massive undertaking, and I shudder to think how many man-hours altogether has been put into this video, because outside of mine, which has been in the hundreds at least, I have no idea how many exactly it would be, but I think of all the people who have stayed up working on this video, like projects for it, crafts for it, managing their stuff for it, on the Discord planning things. It's got to be a crazy amount of actual hours put into this video if you added every single person who contributed to it up. And I want to thank every single person who contributed to this. In even the slightest way, if you just got one craft into here, or maybe even it didn't even show up in the video, I'm sorry about that. I really tried to fit everything in. That's the reason why it's so long. But thank you to every single person. I appreciate every single person for sticking around, for managing their missions, their members, their everything. And most importantly, I thank everyone for waiting for me to actually get this out, and waiting. It took forever. I mean, I think I've drove that point home by now. I think everyone knows that. But thank you to everyone who's contributed to this, and we're gonna speed up production. We're gonna go into the news now. So from here out, from this episode on, we're going to do one scene episodes, maybe two, maybe something like maybe exceptions here and there if it's like one storyline. But for the most part, it will be one scene episodes, one full scene. Because you've watched this and you probably see that the scenes are almost individual videos. It's like an anthology. It's almost an individual video by itself. So we're going to be splitting them up like that. Scenes are going to be a little bit longer, maybe like 10 minutes, something like that, 10 minutes plus. So they're going to be a little bit longer than average in here, and they're going to be individual videos, and I'll be able to keep the production pace up to maybe a few a month with that, maybe more if things are really heating up and everyone's at war. And this will allow people to actually do response videos to like, hey, you did this to me, now I'm going to do this to you in the next episode. And those will only be like a few weeks apart at most, maybe like a week or two apart. You know, optimally I'd like a week, but I've made way too many promises to short time scales with this video that I have broke beyond belief to say something like a week. So we'll say like 2 weeks minimum between episodes, just to be safe. And also there's going to be regular content coming out, and that's going to be what's coming up next. All kinds of regular content, mostly stuff that's been on the back burner since this video's been going. There's at least 2 videos that I recorded before the video was started, like before I started the video recording and everything, that I still need to put out. I still need to put those out. Some really cool ones. I won't mention it just in case they turn out to be absolute garbage and I can't edit them in the actual videos. But if you've watched this long and you would like to actually join this project and join the Laythe Wars, just go to the Discord link and either me or someone else will show you around. There's also plenty of helpful guides on there on how to join everything. But fair warning, we do change things up quite a lot in there, and I'm going to be redoing the way the system is done and the way we do scenes and everything in the process of doing this video and releasing it. So it's going to be a complete rework after episode 2 here, and how the system works. So you may come in while that's going on, which might be a little bit crazy, but generally we should be able to get you into some nation somewhere. Everyone wants members. Everyone likes that. So just join the Discord and we'll get you in there. We unfortunately can't accept any more actual nations, though. Fair warning. For the time being, I'm at full workload when it comes to keeping up with all the nations. And so I can't really add any new nations in. But you can join nations and contribute crafts and get them into the videos and everything. You can still do that. So go check that out. And also, while you're there, maybe submit a screenshot, because that's going to be the next new thing that I'm doing. Starting in the next video, the next regular video, I'll be trying out something new where I'll be taking a few of my favorite KSP screenshots from the Discord and putting them in the end of each video. I thought it'd be a cool way to feature people's stuff outside of Laythe Wars and everything, and show off everything you guys are doing, whatever you're proud of. Put it in there, and if you've got like a KSP YouTube channel or something KSP related, just send your @ with the picture or whatever you have for your YouTube channel, and I'll make sure to credit you for that and maybe get some people over to your channel. Just thought it'd be a neat way to feature even more cool crafts, or just cool pictures, really, like oh, this was really pretty, here, I'm gonna send this. But I do believe that is about it. So long live the good people of Kerbin, and long live the Laythe Wars. And most of all, long live the nap I'm about to take.